How did you seek to make the biggest impact in your first 100 days joining as in-house counsel?
When I first started at LexisNexis, I was told that, for the first 6 months of the job, I probably wouldn't really understand what's going on in the business. I'd have some idea, but I wouldn't have that big picture where, where it all falls into place, that light bulb moment, if you will. I've been really lucky to work in a business that understands, it takes time to, learn about the business and the commercial realities of the business and get an understanding of how the business works. So for me, the first 100 days has really been about setting myself up and preparing for that light bulb moment so that when it comes, I will be able to implement the strong technical legal skills I've developed throughout my career in private practice and combine them with the strong commercial understanding I've gained in these first 6 months to really be able to provide practical and nuanced legal advice tailored to LexisNexis. To set myself up for this light bulb moment, I've really been trying to involve myself in the business as much as possible, sitting in on meetings, attending training sessions, asking as many questions as possible. Through all this, my goal is to be able to get a really good understanding of how the business operates, its strategic direction, and basically, how I can use all this to improve the legal advice I give to the business. Basically, I'm just trying to soak up as much as I can, and also getting some really clear guidance from, senior members of the legal team about who the stakeholders are, who can make decisions in the business, and who the instructions come from.
How can managers best support new hires?
So I think managers can really support new hires in a number of ways. Firstly, I think it's really important that they provide stakeholder introductions so you can get to know who the stakeholders are and who the people making the decisions and providing the instructions are in the business. Secondly, giving you an overview from your managers of the business structure, its drivers, goals, challenges, risk appetite, and the processes that the business implements.
What tips would you have for others to better prepare for moving to an in-house role?
My first tip would be, if you don't have a finance or accounting background, to brush up on some basics of finance. Just have some basic financial literacy so you can understand the finances of the business and what is going on. I think it's also great to, before you move in-house, is to write out a list of things that you need to know. So like what I mentioned before, knowing that you need to know how the business works, its customers, its products, how the business operates, its business model, and things like that. If you already know what business you're going into or the industry that you're going into, you can start researching and trying to answer some of these questions yourself. I know sometimes it can be hard, but it's really great to get a head start if you can. I would also suggest having a look around and seeing what CPD sessions or short courses are available for in-house counsel, or even just having a look around for online materials, documents. These can really help provide some handy hints to, or information to get you to start thinking about what you need to know. Lastly, I'd recommend getting a good amount of experience working in private practice before joining in-house, mainly because in-house you're kind of expected to hit the ground running, know the basics, the basics that you would generally learn within the first few years of legal practice. Typically, there's fewer resources in-house to give you the training that you would receive within the first few years working in private practice. So I definitely recommend, working and getting some experience in private practice first to get those really strong kind of building blocks before moving in-house.